During the legal dispute over the controversial jail search, Diddy has suffered a significant setback. A high-stakes court issue involving a controversial jail search that has caused waves of controversy and drawn substantial media attention has resulted in a big defeat for music tycoon Sean "Diddy" Combs. This setback has occurred in the context of a legal story that has captured the attention of the general public. In light of the fact that the lawsuit revolves around an alleged breach of rights that occurred during an incident that took place in a jailhouse, questions have been raised regarding the boundaries of celebrity privilege, legal accountability, and the ongoing tension that exists between public people and the legal system. A brief introduction to the controversy. Diddy, whose renown extends beyond the domain of music into fashion, business, and entertainment, found himself at the center of an unanticipated legal storm in the early months of 2023. This occurrence is at the heart of the legal issue that has been going on for quite some time. The events that led up to the scandal started when law enforcement personnel carried out a search that received a lot of attention in a detention facility. According to reports, Diddy had been jailed there because of a legal matter that was unrelated to the controversy. The information that emerged regarding the treatment that Diddy received during the search sparked a firestorm of discussion, despite the fact that the search was initially characterized as a standard procedure. It has been reported that the search was highly intrusive and aggressive, and according to Diddy's legal team, there was no justification for the search. The attorneys for Combs contended that the search violated his civil rights, particularly in accordance with the Fourth Amendment, which offers protection to people against searches and seizures that are arbitrary and unwarranted. They assert that there was no valid reason for the extensive search, arguing that it was an overreach that was motivated by his reputation as a celebrity. They claim that the search was conducted in an excessive manner. During this time, the authorities insisted that the search was a routine part of the standard operating process for detainees, and that no one, regardless of their level of celebrity, was given any kind of preferential treatment. Every aspect of the situation turned into a public spectacle. There was a torrent of coverage of the incident throughout social media platforms, tabloids, and news agencies, with many of them stressing the seeming difference between the way celebrities and average residents are treated inside the justice system. This gave rise to serious concerns over the subject of whether or not individuals are afforded special privileges as a result of their money and prestige, or whether or not their position in society makes them vulnerable to unfair scrutiny and legal abuses. Legal consequences, the obstacle to overcome. At the beginning of the year 2025, the judicial processes, which at first appeared to be in favor of Diddy and his claims, started to take a dramatic turn. A judge denied the application that the mogul's legal team had submitted to have the charges related to the claimed unlawful search dismissed. This decision may be described as a significant defeat for the mogul. The decision not only made it possible for the case to move forward, but it also paved the way for a court battle that might be drawn out and more expensive than expected. In its decision, the court underlined that the search that was carried out at the detention facility was within the broad confines of what is considered appropriate under the law, particularly in a location that is associated with corrections. The judge made reference to previous cases in which the legitimacy of searches conducted in correctional facilities, such as jails and prisons, was affirmed by the courts, regardless of the individual's status outside of the facility. This ruling is considered to be a big setback for Diddy's case, particularly due to the fact that it suggests that, despite the fact that he is a celebrity, he might not be granted the legal protections that his defense team had fought for. The decision has been discussed by legal professionals, and some of them have suggested that it indicates that Diddy will have a difficult journey ahead of him. An expert in constitutional law stated that the decision of the court indicates that there will be a high standard for allegations of constitutional violations that occur within correctional facilities. The fact that somebody is a celebrity does not in and of itself protect them from the fact that the courts, under certain conditions, permit a great deal of discretion in the conduct of searches within jails and prisons. When it comes to negotiating the complicated and frequently brutal reality of the legal system, Diddy is experiencing a stark reminder of the vulnerability that even the most influential public figures face. This recent verdict is a stark reminder of this fragility. Diddy, who is one of the wealthiest and most influential figures in the entertainment industry, has been subjected to a significant amount of scrutiny over the course of his career. However, this legal battle presents something of a new challenge for him, as it is a situation in which his wealth, influence, and connections may not serve as the buffer that they normally do in other aspects of his life. Impact of the media and the public's perception. Not only has the legal struggle been fought in courtrooms, but it has also been fought in the court of public opinion. As the investigation into the issue proceeds, the attention that has surrounded the topic has had an effect on Diddy's overall reputation. Numerous comments have been posted on various social media platforms and news publications, ranging from expressions of support for the business magnate to allegations of hypocrisy and allegations of entitlement. The thought that a man who has long been a symbol of success, power, and influence could be subject to what they view to be maltreatment by the law has been highly uncomfortable for a significant number of Diddy's admirers and followers. A fan posted on social media, "It's just not right," expressing their opinions. The fact that this has occurred to him gives the impression that they are attempting to bring him down for no apparent reason. He has always been committed to bringing the community together. Others, on the other hand, have adopted a more pessimistic perspective of the circumstance, particularly in light of the fact that Diddy is a wealthy and famous individual. Some critics believe that his legal team's attempts to depict the search as a breach of his civil rights could be an exaggeration, pointing out that the prison system often functions under a different set of laws that are designed to ensure order and security. They contend that no one, regardless of their standing, is above the law, and that Diddy's high profile does not automatically entitle him to preferential treatment. They say this because they believe that justice is universal. As the media circus that has surrounded the case continues, it is abundantly evident that public opinion will play a key part in determining how this case is seen, not only inside the realm of legal circles, but also beyond them. There is a tendency for the boundary between a serious legal issue and a media frenzy to become blurry in a world where the activities of celebrities are continuously examined. A more comprehensive look at legal rights in the era of celebrity politics. Despite the fact that the case has been portrayed as a personal legal battle for Diddy, it also raises broader problems regarding the manner in which the criminal justice system deals with celebrities. One of the frequent themes that has been brought up in conversations regarding the fairness of the judicial system is the possibility that affluent or famous people would be granted more lenient treatment. One school of thought contends that the concept of celebrity justice is a harmful fiction that has the potential to undermine the fundamental foundations of equality before the law. Others, on the other hand, are of the opinion that the case sheds light on the fact that celebrities, despite their status and privilege, can still be subject to the same legal reality as anybody else. The tension that exists between the public's obsession with celebrities and the consequences that come with fame in the actual world is one of the most important themes that are at play in this particular situation. As a person whose private life and commercial transactions are continuously under the scrutiny of the public, Diddy is the ideal example of a case study that illustrates the complications of navigating the legal system while also living under the continual eyes of the media. For a great number of people, the case serves as a reminder of the more general difficulties that come with being a public person, particularly when legal concerns are involved. How does Diddy plan to proceed? As the proceeding of the lawsuit proceeds, it is without a doubt that Diddy's legal team is getting ready for a protracted battle that lies ahead. In addition to contesting the decision, the legal representatives for Diddy have committed to pursuing appeals and other alternative legal measures in order to guarantee that their clients' rights are safeguarded. The claim that the search violated Diddy's constitutional rights in a manner that is not justifiable by the facts is expected to be the primary focus of the legal team's efforts. There is also the possibility that the defense would argue that the extent of the search could have been prevented, particularly in light of the fact that Diddy is a highly prominent individual. It is highly likely that Diddy will be engaged in a period of intense legal bargaining over the next few months. It remains to be seen whether or not the lawsuit will ultimately result in a victory for him. Nonetheless, the consequences of the conflict are already far-reaching and will continue to be so. The case may have repercussions that extend beyond the confines of the courtroom, including the manner in which prominent personalities interact with the criminal justice system and the manner in which the media chooses to frame their story. Final thoughts. During the past few years, the legal argument that Diddy is currently engaged in about the infamous jail search has become into one of the most closely observed court battles. In light of the fact that the music mogul has been dealt a significant blow in court, the case raises significant concerns regarding the convergence of celebrity, privilege, and the legal system. Although it is possible that Diddy's famous status does not protect him from the harsh realities of the judicial system, it is highly likely that his protracted fight will continue to attract attention, shedding focus on the difficulties that prominent personalities confront as they negotiate the complexities of the justice system. It remains to be seen whether Diddy will finally emerge successful in the legal struggle, or whether this case will become a cautionary tale about the limitations of fame and influence in the courtroom. The legal battle is currently ongoing. However, for the time being, the legal drama is still going on, and the stakes for Diddy, as well as for those who are keeping a close eye on the case, are as high as they have ever been.